Hello, everyone. I am so happy you're here, Terry. And thank you, Nancy, for being here.
You are welcome.
I'm hoping, praying that some more people come in. I really am. But it's so great to see you, Terry. Why are you mad, Terry? Slow mode. No, the only reason I do that is so it's easier for me to read the chat. I've been having lots of fun making hats and blankets. The blanket is back in the room. I'm not bringing it up here tonight. It is good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you, Terry.
Good to see you, Terry. I know I haven't sent something to Terry, and maybe I should make something for him. You know, I do know he likes to barbecue, so he could probably use a pot holder or one of those scrubbies to scrub what he needs to scrub and stuff. And hi, James Hall, my buddy. Thank you for coming tonight. But I've been working on, I'm hoping there's some people that are going to show up tonight because I've been working on some hats. I've got bored today and deep cleaned my whole living. Oh, okay. Did it make you feel better? Hi, Robert Mac Media. Thank you for coming in tonight. Sometimes we just get in the mood to clean. And then we get tired and it makes it so much better. Oh, and Kim Burris, thank you for coming. We sleep better when we work. We really do. Because we're tired. But Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa, or Jesse's girl of Lazy Days Ahead. When I had my my fundraiser, she was wanting some. She wanted to get that hat that looked like the Denver Broncos because her brother and sister-in-law live where the Broncos are, or that thing. I'm hoping with saying their names, they'll get a notification that I said it. So I made a hat for her. Get down here. I'm going to figure out how I can do this so you guys can see it because the camera's sitting up there and I have to kind of hold it down here. I have when the three ladies were bidding on the Santa hats. They were just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And there's Jessie.
There they are.
Hi, Lisa. I said she needed to come in tonight so I could show her. Where is it? I know I put it in here, I think. Yes, I did. I sent her a picture on the phone, but it didn't have the pom-pom on it. Look at this, Lisa. I'm done with it. It is all finished.
By yourself.
I will. Is that the one? Yes, it is. Look at that, Lisa. There's the pom-pom. You're going in back and forth between the fingertips. Yes, I understand. But this is the one for her sister-in-law, if I'm thinking correctly. And look what I just finished, Lisa. All I got to do is tie these strings in. So that's the other hat. Get them, yes, definitely. But yeah, there's as you can see inside here, because of changing, I have to feed these in here. And then of course I'm going to put a pom-pom on top. Yes, so they are finished, and she's got two hats in here that hi Brian, thank you for coming. He's such a good friend. But what I ended up doing is, this is Ginger's hat of Not for Nothing Homestead. Saying these names thinking maybe they'll come in. But what I've got to do is, you see this? I have to sew this together through here. You're welcome. I'll probably get those shipped out on Friday when I go into town. But yeah, I've got to sew these up, and I already, let's see here, where are they? I already have the pom-poms ready for the Santa hats already. You're welcome, Lisa. But yeah, the pom-poms are already ready to put on the two Santa hats, and the other one's going to Lila Newton. Hoping she'd come in soon. But what I wanted to show you guys is, as you're going up through these, where you decrease, I have this in there. And what I end up doing is, where I have these two strings that come out here, is I'll feed one through this side, and then I'll loop the other one around and come from the other side. Hi, Ace. To show Becca and Robert hoping all. Yes, everything is good, even though my car's not getting the transmission put in it yet, but it will. I know it will. Hi, Des. Thank you for coming. I like reading the chat. But yeah, I'm going to, well, Nancy says hi to everybody. I'm going to sew the rest of this up. I know it's going to make it a little bit hard for you guys to see because my camera's up there and I don't have one down here. But what I ended up doing was, each one of these, I bring that yarn, you know, the two yarns between there. One will go through this way, and then the other one will loop around and go back the other way, and then I tie it. This one here I haven't done yet. See, both of them are on this side. And then, of course, I've got this one to do too. Then I'll put the pom-pom all around them. Oh, well, you know what, Terry? I know how to do that, but I'm not in the same place you're at. And of course, I'm getting older, and it's harder to get down on the ground when you're doing it on the ground, changing brakes. So yeah, I know. You try to do what you need to do. You know, like I said, my father was a mechanic, and yeah, bummer. They wear out. Now, I don't know what type of vehicle you have, but I've went away from going with the semi-metallic brake. You like my shirt? Thank you, Des. This is one of my favorite ones because, as you see, my arms are pretty long. And to find a shirt that goes down to your wrist. It is so hard. And I've had this for years. You know, it gets difficult to find ones that are long enough that, you know, go down to here. You know, it's just a nice blouse, I call them. Yeah. But yeah, I'm going to figure out how I can do this. But usually, and there's one other thing I wanted to show you guys. I'm going to bring this up here. But there's these where you got the knit stitch, and then you've got where you've got it comes together. What I end up doing is I sew where two of them come together, and I go through that, you know, to make that sew. And what I found out is that if I pull it tight enough, I don't have to go back through and come in between this area here on it. Yes, I'm glad you are here to support me. Just makes it so nice to making these beautiful hats. This one is so soft that I want to kind of keep it, but I've got more of this yarn that I'll probably make me one of these too. So both my brother and I will have a Santa hat. This one is so soft. This one's, like I said, this one's Ginger's of Not For Nothing Homestead. This is where the pom-pom goes. And what I have found out is I don't sew that one until I turn it. Yeah, so, but yeah, that's what I'm going to do is finish sewing this up. And then I'm hoping that Lila comes in here because this is, I hope this camera shows it good enough. I bet, you know, I used a yarn. It has these sprinkles on it.
That's pretty.
And that just kind of has this string, and it just has this little bit of a shine to it. But this is Lila Newton's. I've got part of it sewn up and just have that little bit left here to do to get this one finished.
And then I everybody's saying it's pretty.
Thank you so much, everyone. You know, trying to make them where they're, you know, because these are going to be worn inside. You don't want them where, as you can see, this is very thin here. It gets this, you're going to be wearing this in your house, and you don't want it too hot, you know, while you're wearing your Santa hat. So now I'll get my needles, and thank you, Kim. I'll get my yarn needles and get these sewn up.
So I'm doing my neck because I sleep on my right side. So my neck muscles get tight. And Rebecca was telling me the other day, she saw, who was a chiropractor or something she saw, they said if you got like a, you know, feels like a crick in your neck or something or another, you don't do it the opposite. You do it the same side, and it's supposed to loosen up that muscle. So that's what I was doing.
Oh wow! What? Look at this.
Go like this, and it pops it out.
Look, Paul's here.
Hey, Paul.
Hi, Paul. Just good evening, ladies. I was away, and I'm back in town. Got your package yesterday. I'm so happy they're just beautiful, wearing the camouflage, collecting the firewood. So nice. I am so happy that you absolutely love the hats. you've got from me.
Well,
They're
we're
gonna
glad
they're
you're
gonna
back.
make them really. It's gonna make them really nice, and
Mhm.
and be able to do all that shopping at one place. That's really great. And I know that you got the package because I was tracking it. It's 6 hats in there. I'm like, okay, they better get there, and they got there late. They said one date, and that's not when it got there. I'm like, okay, why haven't you gotten there yet? You know, I am so happy that you are so happy with what you've gotten that I made. It just makes my heart warm, you know,
Oh yes.
you know. Oh, okay. That'd be great. Thank you so much
Oh,
because
it's awesome.
yarn is so expensive and a lot more and that's probably one of the main reasons that I am starting to charge for my hats because of how expensive yarn has gotten. It's like I never really wanted to do that, but I need to.
I'm waiting for Black Friday sale so I can order more yarn so I can finish Anastasia's gift for Christmas. Because it's the big twist at Joann's. Yeah, it's
Right.
on sale for like
There's my sweet friend Jane Doe.
two something, but I got it for $2.29 a skein. I'm just like, oh no, I know Black Friday sale is going to be better than what it was last week or their sale right now. So,
Come on.
so I was like, but I've been working on stuff too, and Rebecca's seen some of it. The the fall the blanket, the brown, orange, and everything. Somebody has supposedly has purchased it, so they're sending me a cashier's check. So I'll just wait and see if it gets here. If not, I'll just put it back up for sale.
There's there's one thing that I do is I come through on this side. I'm going to show you guys where I'm going so you guys can see what I'm doing. But you got where as these stitches go, okay, here, get that underneath there. There we go. Where I'm going through is where those two stitches came together, and I crisscross back across so that I can pull this. Yes, please like, subscribe, and I don't even know how many thumbs up I've gotten, but let's see here. And then I just pull it through. Yeah, that one's done there. Let's see. There we go. There. I left my other needles back in my bedroom. So I'm having to use this plastic one that.
I just saw it go from 10 thumbs up to 11 thumbs up.
Sweet
Woohoo.
16 for me tomorrow, Rebecca. Oh, were you born on a leap year, Tez?
I think she was.
Oh my!
They call.
I knew,
Yeah.
I knew, I knew a Ted. What was his name?
She
Theodore.
says no clue.
You have no clue if you were born on a leap year. Well, February 29th is when leap year happens. Sweet 16 for me tomorrow, Rebecca. Okay. Not sure what that means, Des, but okay. So now what I end up doing is see how I've sewn that all together there? I have found that as you look at this is a lot flatter than what it used to be because of the, oh, Sweet 16, I've got 16 thumbs up, maybe. It's not a leap year. I just Googled, yeah. I don't think mine was. I think 1960 was because my brother was. Oh, that's my age.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're going to be 16. I got it. I did the same thing.
We say 16 again.
Sweet 16 again.
See, if we only knew then what we know now, but then we wouldn't have the people in our lives now yeah. All right, so if we knew then what we know now, our lives would be totally different, but we wouldn't have the people that we have right now from the decisions we made, not knowing what was going to happen in the future. I hope that makes sense.
It does.
You know, a lot does. A lot more than we think you do.
Her birthday's tomorrow. Yep. Oh, let's see if I can shove this yarn.
There you go. Yeah. So
this doesn't go through here very well like the metal ones, but at least I had this here to be able to get this hat sewn.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Des. Happy birthday to you. And many more. I don't have no confetti or nothing.
Okay, come on, let's.
You know the things you like for New Year's you blow. You're welcome.
I don't know if I'd there's that is she is using her husband's channel.
Susan.
That is Susan. Hi, Susan. So good to see you.
I know.
I was supposed to be making her grandkids hats, and I went looking for that paper I wrote it down on. You need to email me because I can't find it. And I know that it's starting to get cold where they live because I used to live there as a child. Or give me a call.
Well, it's supposed to be like 38 tonight here or something like that. I don't know. I've been watching the weather because next week it's supposed to be, it's really weird because it's supposed to be cold here and then they don't know what's going to happen in the Gulf and this is going to happen over here. It's like, it's just all over. Even the weather models, they say it ain't right. I'm like, gospel, something's going to happen. Y'all all going to be wrong. 29 there. Tonight was maybe snow. Okay, send snow to Ohio, please. That would be most wonderful.
It was 68 today. Ooh.
It's like 61 or so here. The low is supposed to be 38. Then tomorrow night's low is 32 or below, around freezing. But in the rest of the week, it's going to be in the 50s, which my body likes.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be home.
It was 80s in Florida. Now 74. Oh, just right, because y'all gonna be surprised next week. Look at the giggles. Everybody's gonna be surprised around the 22nd what happens. And just have enough sweaters and blankets. That's all I can say.
Not here, cold and wet. Oh. Well, you are up north.
Kim said it was 65 there. Currently 47. Low is 38. Yeah, I don't like it cold and rainy. If it's gonna be cold, that cold, it needs to be snowing, not just rain. Off the lake, yeah.
Lake effect snow.
Yeah.
Nancy, where is Grove City from
5
you?
miles down the road. Hit that. Yep. Winds off the lake are chilly. It just depends on which way you go. If you go the highway, it's like a mile and a half. If you go just through the roads, it's 3 miles at the most.
I am so very happy that he's now home and
that is so cool.
And doing great.
That is awesome, Des.
You know, it's really interesting because this is on this side, but because of the camera, and then it has this little one on the pocket. It's kind of like an iron-on.
Yeah, so you're just facing the opposite of everybody. So where the one that everybody sees is your right side, and the other side is your left side.
This is on my right side.
Mm-hmm.
Then, of course, my pocket's on my on the left.
Oh, yes. I know. He was so adorable. Well, he is adorable. So adorable in that seat. Yes, adjusting. I know some babies are just, they sleep. Just let them sleep. Wake them up every 4 hours, feed them, and they go to sleep. Some of them like to wake up and just look around. They're soaking it all in. Des, can I show you the picture?
Okay, come on. I'll bring us back to here. Des and I found out something.
All right, cool. Because I got it up.
Now I flipped you.
Here is Des's grandbaby. He's so cute. Oh, so adorable. I think that's just so precious. Sometimes we want to stay that small, and after a while, it's like,
ooh,
I'm glad,
Look what Paul's cooking.
What is Paul cooking?
Oh,
bean pot soup with smoked ham, hot carrots. I say we used to have beans and ham, just ham in it, and my brother would put ketchup in it. It was like we
Oh,
would just add stuff to it so we would eat it. Spice is cooking for three
my
hours. Oh,
my my favorite. I love lima beans. Just love them.
mhm. All right.
So yummy.
Anastasia likes cannelli beans. Well, her favorite is chickpeas, and she also likes cannelli beans. She'll take that whole can and she'll eat that whole can. Big navy.
Big navy beans.
Mm-hmm. That's what my mom used to cook. We come home because she drove a school bus, and and my whoever fixed it, the crock pot. We come home, it smelled good, but sometimes we just got tired of navy beans and ham. But then, like I said, I got to where I'll put cheese in it, and I was putting other stuff. My dad would add salt and pepper. She would get so mad. She stopped cooking with salt. She goes, "That's not good to cook with salt. You just gonna add salt to your food." Maybe like a fourth of the salt shaker be on his food. I'm just like, oh my goodness, can you taste all that salt?
Okay.
My mother back when visit her used it to make black-eyed peas and ham hocks with cornbread and a cast iron skillet in the oven. Oh, that sounds good. Hey,
I think that's probably Charlie.
it's either Charlie or Brandy because I
It's
was
either
probably asleep.
Charlie or Brandy. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, they had their 5K giveaway. I didn't win anything this time. All right, have a cup.
Charlie. It is Charlie. I had a feeling it was Charlie. So good to see you, Charlie.
Oh yes, I still have their
I'm
mug on one.
I'm
I
I'm
rotate my mugs.
I'm so sorry I wasn't there for your 5K and
I Dad's one. I saved them shipping. And had to give it to Devil Dog, and she won hot sauce. I laugh because I know Dad doesn't eat hot sauce and everything. So it's like, oh goodness. Oh, but I thought that was fun. I mean, Autumn, man, she is really talking. And, because, I know she's 5, but, some 5-year-olds, but she just carrying his own conversation. Like, I say Anastasia used to do the same thing, y'all, on the lot. She does a big talking and everything. And I'm just like, we don't baby talk or nothing. And she just carries on a conversation with you like you're an adult. Oh my goodness. Anastasia is 5 foot. She comes up to here to me. She's as tall as her mom. That's just funny. Because they see eye to eye. And I just laugh.
yes, talk.
Yeah, talk, 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 talk. I think sometimes the kids talking is, now I know. Anastasia's dad talked in his sleep. Well, I talk in my sleep. I'll admit that 100%. I'll talk in my sleep. Anastasia talks in her sleep.
Children always grow up too fast.
Mm-hmm. I know. Anastasia turned 11 last Sunday. Not that yesterday, but the 3rd. I was like, oh goodness. Yeah, yeah. I have talked in my sleep. I've yelled and screamed in my sleep. I know, 11. When we started doing videos on the channel, she was 5. Or she had just turned, we've been here 6 years, so she had just turned 5. Oh, let me get the, trying to add up here, you know. Yeah, because 2013, we moved here, she was 5. And I had just done a couple of videos. She was like 5, almost 6 when I did the first video or so. So we've been here 6 years. So then, yeah.
I thought it was really funny because Nancy decided she couldn't remember whose turn it was to go live. And she scheduled a live, and I'm like, okay, it's my turn. I just thought it was so funny, and then there was a problem because earlier today, when I first got up here to the computer, it kept buffering.
I don't know.
And I was like, okay, maybe Nancy knew something that was going to happen. And at the first, it was saying your chat for YouTube wasn't connected, and then it got connected, and then it wasn't connected, and then it got connected again. He'd done it about 5 times, and I'm like, okay, come on, is this gonna work? And it did. You know, as I can see my YouTube chat popped out, and I'm able to see everything, which I'm really happy about.
Yeah, Blink in there, 18. I know, Paul. And then Autumn has talked in her sleep. It does go, shoot, Blink. And they are 27, 32, soon to be 33 and 37. I know. Yes, Susan, actually, since her mom is not working anymore, her mom took over as the learning coach, as they say it now, with
Oh,
it. And so they do, her mom and dad are doing it all this year with school. So I was just like, they're like, we'll give you a break. I'm like, it wouldn't have been no different with both of y'all still working or not.
well, Charlie, it was great having you here. Thank you for coming. It was great seeing you, my friend.
All right, see you later, Charlie.
Unhide. There we go.
Yeah, and Kim goes, going through boxes the other day.
I'm
I
getting
found
too
my girls' baby boots. They are 40 and 32 now, and I sat wondering when they grew up. I don't remember getting this old.
I'm gonna not put the pom pom on. I'm gonna wait on that because I've got to feed all of these strings in. So I'm gonna now go to Ginger's.
They're getting 2 recliners. Hey, I understand that. Yep, it is really. And her mom, they're having fun and everything. So just like I just sit here and which I was going to be doing the same thing I would no matter what. My videos and the channel and cooking and everything. But I tell you, this year, 5th grade is a busy year. Whew, goodness.
Come on, get in there. There we go.
I was like, can we kind of go back and start kindergarten again? It was so simple.
I don't want to go back to kindergarten.
No, I'm talking about Anastasia.
Oh, okay. I don't think I want to go back there. Because of my father being tall, I was always taller than all the girls and got teased. You know, there wasn't anything I could do about it when my mother was 5'3", 5'2", 5'3".
How'd you like to be a 10-foot girl?
Oh, Oh, you changed your name. Okay, because I was trying to figure out who our flippin' farmstead was. Used to be Hat Creek. Yes, I remember you. That's an interesting name. So glad to have you here. Look at my bro. He loves laying on the floor. Hi, Dawn. So good to see you, my friend. Yeah, Hat Creek. I remember Hat Creek. That our flippin' farmstead. No, I don't. Because they changed their name, and you're like, okay, why haven't I seen Hat Creek? And well, now I know. I need to go and watch some of your videos. But I've been so busy with making Santa hats.
And Terry said Oreo cookies and ice cold milk. So that does sound good. I made pecan sandies. So Sunday. The only difference is I didn't chop up the pecans and everything. So it tastes like a pecan sandy, but it doesn't taste one. So I'm gonna redo the recipe and do it as a video and chop up the pecan. I just gotta order some more pecans. And but it's still so good. And I'm like, dip it in the coffee, take a bite.
Oh my goodness.
And I figured out why I was so tired during the day. Go ahead.
I was thinking about something. I bet everybody would love to watch me make one of these. Nancy has been able to watch me because on this phone here, she'll be somewhere where she can be able to see me making these hats. She's seen me make these long hats.
Yeah, and Rebecca's got it down to like 4 to 5 hours to make a hat. So we timed it one day. And so to be all right, so from start to finish, without stopping, it would take probably about maybe 5.5 hours, and that's sewing all the things up and putting the pom-pom on too. But
they're no longer 8-hour hats because I've gotten so knowing what to do now. I'm making these long knitted hats.
Oh yes. Make pecan pie and make pecan sandies and put them in some bread.
So what was your reasoning for changing the name to Flippin' Farmstead? Our Flippin' Farmstead.
Oh, cool.
I hear my dog snoring.
Yeah. Pecan rolls and ice cream. Oh, you can make so many things.
There was one time that I was eating pecans, and to me, in my mouth, they make it really chalky. Just eating pecans. But it's pecan, not pecan. It's pecan.
Pecans.
Not pecans. It's pecan. I'm going to argue with that one. Because in Brunswick, Missouri, they say pecan.
It just depends on where you
are. I have a huge pecan tree in my yard. Ooh.
Ooh, and Paul has good walnut recipes. Hey,
I can
Dom,
eat
he
I
can
can
fly.
I can eat walnuts, but just eating pecans, it dries my mouth out. They're really, to me, they're very chalky, tasty.
Put some
Yeah.
dried fruit with it, like some dried
Yeah.
cranberries or something other. That'll help not be so dry.
It's just putting pecans in your mouth and eating them. It's like, ugh.
Yes.
It's like Rebecca pronounces it correctly. It's
Convex, concave.
because I used to call them, when I went up to Brunswick to get some cracked pecans, I said pecan, and they said it's not a pecan, it's pecan. And I went, okay.
Jeez. It just depends on where you grew up and how you heard other people say it.
So true.
You know, it's so funny because that's like creek, Creek, creek. Now my daughter-in-law says crick. I said it's not a crick because a crick is in your neck, a crick in your neck. Creek. So she started changing Anastasia's and say crick. I said it's not a crick. I say spell the word, and it's so it's creek.
Well, James is falling asleep. We're not entertaining it enough. James, there's Lulu Treasure Trove.
Hey, how you doing, Cindy?
Thank you for coming.
Have a good night, James.
Have a good night, James. Okay, go on to the next one.
Well, he was up at 4:30 this morning. That's understandable. It's
Well,
like,
so was I.
yeah. Did you take a nap?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did this morning, and then woke up at 1:00 this afternoon. That's what I did. I was working on some things, and I kept falling asleep. I'm like, why am I falling asleep? So I just said, okay. So I went and took a nap. Then woke up at 1:00.
James didn't have a nap.
Yeah, every morning at 4:20 in the morning, I'm listening to Jack Dyer. This is the first time I did not take a nap and was up around 4:30. Yeah. It just makes my day. I'll be sitting there working on something, and then Jack Dyer will go live, and he'll read Proverbs corresponding to the day of the week, the day, the number of the day, and he reads that chapter and also gives other words, of this book that he has, and it's really nice. And then the next thing I do is I go and read Psalms, 2 chapters, 2 of the things, and that's what I do. And then on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, David Hunt goes live, and he plays Christmas music, or just Christian music, and then it's usually after that I'll lay back down and take my nap. But today I didn't wake up until 1:00. wanted to wake up about 11 and oh, I'm getting up through there, getting it done.
I started taking my magnesium at nighttime instead of daytime because I couldn't figure out what was making me so sleepy, and I haven't taken it yet. So I was watching a channel talking about magnesium, and it says magnesium can make you sleepy. It'll help with the sleep. And I was like, now I know I was tired during the day. It's like, don't take it in the morning or the afternoon.
Lulu, I am working on a project that P Digit wanted a long stocking cap. This is a Santa hat on my yes, relaxing music, but these are kind of graduated stocking caps. And when I had a fundraiser to help my brother and I get our transmission put in our car, which I'm still waiting. He hasn't called me to say that. I'll show you another one that I made for Lisa at Lazy Days Ahead, Jesse and Lisa. I'll show you another pattern that I have of these long knitted hats. And as you're working on this, hi, Back to Good. So good to see you. I can never remember her first name, but it's okay. One of these days I'll remember her. I think it's Mary, if I'm correct. I think her name's Mary. But what I end up, oh, hi, Rachel. Okay. But yeah, when they were, it was Joy-Filled, Janae, and Ginger at Not For Nothing Homestead, and Lila Newton. They were bidding against each other to get the one Santa hat that I was having them bid on.
Auction.
Well, so Janae got that one, and I basically said after Janae got it, I told Ginger and Lila that I would also make them one. So that's what I'm working on here. Then once I get them done, I will send them to them. You know, it's amazing as you talk. I looked up at the time and it's almost been an hour. It's like, whoa.
I know, it goes by fast.
Yes, it does. It certainly does. You know, so, but let me get this one over here. Lisa she was bidding on a hat that they called the Denver Broncos. And this is one that I made for her sister-in-law. And then her brother's getting this one. And you see these strings here. I've got to sew those in. Yeah, that's usually my hats are like this. You know, so definitely just getting these sewed up, and so I've got the two pom-poms already ready for them to put on.
Yeah, I can unplug it.
So is it C-I or S-I-N-D-I?
I've seen people in her comments spell it S-I-N-D-Y, so that's why I spelled it that way.
Oh, okay. Yeah, these, you know, because of having one color of this, because of that other one, it's so much easier to know where to sew. That's why with doing the Santa hats, I have to put these stitch markers in. So I know where, so it is S-I-N-D-Y. Okay. I'll remember that, Cindy. But I have to, where you start decreasing these stitches, I put this in there so I know where to sew that together. Just makes things a lot easier.
Yes, it does.
But everybody calls even the hat that I made there a Santa hat because it's a long hat. But I call these the Santa hats, and then the other ones I call Scrooge hats. You know, Ebenezer Scrooge, because, or a bed hat, and
Mom and her kerchief, and I and my cap. Yeah.
but yes, it was thanks to Des. She found the pattern, and then I learned to make it. And my hats used to take me 8 hours. Now they take me about 6.
Well, about 4.5 to 5. 5.
4 to 5.
It depends. If it's the same color, it takes her a little bit longer. But if she's changing colors throughout, it's like nothing. It's like she can almost do it blindfolded. Hey, we're gonna get you there. Yeah, because it's a repetitive. It's something that's just she repeats all the time. So now she's gotten into a rhythm and everything. So she knows how many rows she counts the rows, and she just keeps on going. And then when she switches colors, she knows, and it's like it's a memory thing also. So that helps with your memory, and it helps eye, hand coordination, and everything. So she's gotten a lot faster.
Yeah, it just, because of the ones that I call the beanies, they're pretty quick, because I usually do 20 or 22 rows on the band, and then I know, basically because of if it's an even number that I'm doing, is I'm able to do 2 at a time. Like if it's a 20, then I do 10, 10, and it just makes it really nice, and be able to make these hats pretty quick. And I mean, there was one time that I made one of the beanies, and I got done just in literally in 2 hours.
That's so cool.
And then when, if I'm making a hat for someone on a live, then it takes a little bit longer because I'm talking to them and learning out about their channel. And I haven't done one of those lives in a while, and I'd like to kind of get back to doing that again. Okay. So what did Paul said?
He says she does amazing craftsmanship.
Thank you, Paul. It's kind of like a labor of love, because for Karen at Flash Ministries, Karen, she's asked me to make a king size blanket for her bed, and I've gotten started on that. I'm on a full size bed, so you know how big this thing's going to be. I'm like, oh my goodness. Very nice work on the blanket. Yes, it's in fact the blanket that person that paid for it, just, what's his name?
Just Glenn.
Just Glenn. He never sent me his address. I still have that blanket. And I'm kind of like, I'm hoping that Just Glenn comes back, and I'm like, okay, what do you want me to do with the blanket you paid for? I said that I really would love to keep it, but I didn't want to. I really didn't want to. So it's still sitting back there in my bedroom. I'm kind of like, okay, what am I going to do with this? Someone paid me for it, and I figured he was gonna want it.
And Kim said those hats are definitely going to be warm and they're well made. Yeah, you gonna need it next week.
Well, okay.
So I'm snickering and laughing and giggling because the weatherman just what's the word I'm looking for? Not confused, confabulated. It was a word in I think it was Frosty the Snowman. Conflunked or something, not that one. They don't know what's gonna happen because the models are all over the place. One model shows that they're going to be a hurricane in Florida. Then the other model says it's going to dissipate and whatever. Then it's going to not even go towards Florida. It's going to stay in the Caribbean. And it's just like, they don't know. Then it's going to snow in this place. But it's too far out. And then it shows it's going to snow here. And they go, well, we can't trust these models. I'm just like, y'all just wait and see. I don't think there's going to be another hurricane, and that thing is just going to dissipate because all these fronts coming across the United States is going to just push it back down.
Oh, on Wednesday I'm supposed to rain. Next Tuesday I have my youngest grandson for a few hours. Well, we will definitely pray for you that everything will be okay, Kim, with your cardiologist appointment.
Oh, yes.
And things like that. Well, I've gotten down to the end. Looks like snow, yes. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for coming. I'm going to go ahead and get off here. Thank you so much, everyone. Yes, it is crazy weather, and I don't know what we're going to get this winter, but we'll see. And then we'll just deal with it. But I wanted to give you guys a blessing that we got when Ronald and we weren't sure if we were going to have turkeys for Thanksgiving. When we went to the pantry Saturday, Denver, relax, boy. Go ahead and relax.
Come on, Denver.
You got to go potty, boy. But Ronald, because we separated our households, Ronald got a big turkey and I got a big turkey. So we will be having turkey. I am so grateful. So good night, everyone. We'll talk to you later.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.